rise. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Assalamualaikum. Y'all may be seated. Like a riot broke out in here. Y'all was in here talking about me? Do we have any visitors here today? We do? Yeah, may I see by your hands? Were you here last week? You wasn't? Oh, you were? Thought so. Brother there? Make sure everything is all right, you know. Thank you all for coming out. How many of y'all knew I was coming? How many knew I was coming? You did? Oh, I said, how many knew I was coming? Nobody. See? Well, I'm not going to speak very long. I wanted to say a few things that I think is very necessary for us to be aware of, and that is order. We have been, to the visitors, I usually say a few things, and after that, I open the floor up for questions. If you have any questions you want to ask me, I'll be more than happy to oblige you. And make sure if you ask the question, and if I answer it, and if it's not to your understanding, let me know. I got several ways of answering questions. To make sure you go home with the understanding of what you came with. All right? I always speak on nature and how things work because it was here before we got here. And matter of fact, we was brought in its order and taken out of the order because of us allowing Is that it? Okay. Us allowing this to take place for us to be out of order. Now it's time for us to be back in order. Now, this is what takes place. You all already know it. However, I want to make you conscious of it. When you're born, there's always parents. There was an agent for you to be brought here. And nature has it in such a way that you cannot be a parent until you reach a certain age or maturity. And if the parent is in accord with the maker, then even if the age is at a very young age, the parent has the understanding of the workings of nature to be able to rear or raise a child. The point is, the child has to be raised properly. So when you first start off, the child is permitted to do many things that the parents won't do. Follow me? So this is the same thing that is happening as a nation, this one. When we first started off developing this nation, we were permitted to do quite a few things that I necessarily wouldn't do. However, in order for you to learn what to do and master it, you are allowed to do something wrong. And if the wrong outweighed the teaching that you should or outweighed what you were really doing it for, it will put you in check before the parents. You know, like a little child run through the house and run into the door, bam. And he let everybody in the house know, I done did something wrong. He lights the house up. The main thing it is, we didn't have to tell him stop running. That door did. He might do it a couple more times, but he will start paying attention. You understand what's being said? So apply that to the growing nation, this one. Now, each one of you all can apply it also to your own individual self, your marriage, your children, your existence. You can apply it to yourself. However, since we are a unit, one, all for one and one for all, right? So today we're speaking at it, on this as a unit. When we first got started, like I said, everyone that came to be with me to make sure that this develops properly or that it is could even be called a nation made many, many errors. When they came as an error. The same way a baby does. The only way a baby makes it into the world is by the system set up by nature, not by its will. So it comes by nature, but it is wrapped in wrong. If it was wrapped in right, you wouldn't have to teach it. Just protect it. And they would automatically grow up right. You listening? All right. Now, what I'm really saying is this. This has been now a good close to 7 or 8 years that we've been here practicing all of the activities that we have, even this school, this university, Temple Academies, and the other business ventures that are really school, classrooms, the supermarket with no food in it. The filling station has to be brought back up again. It's starting to look cruddy. It's starting to look like the neighborhood. All these things are activities for you to develop in. Now, most of us that's been here with me for 7 or more years should already have passed the stage of having your pamper changed. Right? Matter of fact, it should be an offense to you to have someone next to you that have to change theirs. Right? That's why I think even today, when you all have meetings and whatnot, and the children are brought, you have a nursery. They're not actually really permitted to come in because of their inability to be disciplined by nature. So we have a place set aside for that. Is that right? All right. So that's the same thing with this. Now I have produced many, many opportunities, and I hope you listen. Many, many opportunities. That means whatever that you have in your mind that you are a master of or that you're real good at, here is the place for you to come and start to develop some type of motion where you can bring it out, where it serves the whole, not just you. This is something that no one else is doing. The world as we know it, if you know anything, they will buy it from you if they really want it. If they really want it, I don't care what price, you might say, well, I'm going to offer, they want it that bad, I'm going to offer them a ridiculous price. I want 10 billion. Oh, that's all? Okay. And they drop the stipulation, you get the 10 billion, you be scratching your man. Well, why do you want this so much? Then you see it never comes out on the market. Because what it was, you did invented, made, or created something that will nullify their activity. Such as an automobile that runs on water. I mean, they didn't make water. They can't destroy it. They can't destroy it. Not one drop of water cannot be destroyed. But you come up with something that's going to operate on water that they don't have no control of, whether it's nasty water, good water, just operate on water. So when they say, oh, they'll pay you $10 billion for it, but you'll never see it. Here, you can see it. You can come up with it. We'll finance it, bring it about, and guess who will use it? Us. Because we're not in competition with the world. However, for that to take place, order must be established. Order. So everyone that has a working knowledge of what you're doing, or a working knowledge of what someone else is doing that's less than you, you should apply yourself or make it possible where you be in charge or the head of that particular activity. It's the same thing which is taught in the lessons. Let he that has the most knowledge be the one that speaks. Right? It's the same thing here. Now, for what is taking place, the dreadful day is here. It ain't coming, it's here. And if you believe for 1 second that this world is going to get out of the predicament that it's in, you're in a terrible fix. God does not lie. What does happen is he will share with you what is on his mind and in his mind. And you apply your thinking to it, and it don't come out the way you thought, so you think he was wrong. Happens all the time. I got calls this morning. And because of one of the calls, I see I'm going out. You know why? One of the calls were a father. They wanted to know should they have the meeting. We've been getting quite a few calls about canceling the meeting. Do you know, just because you're at home, everything outside of home is in chaos, and the people outside of your home is seeking to penetrate your home to see if they can find where they fit wrong. In other words, they want to come in and say, oh yeah, they're doing this and they're doing that. Where is the scheme? I know it's a trick somewhere. It's hidden. So I shall go in and find it. They're not going to find no trick or anything hidden, but they will find satisfaction from you all, or you all being too satisfied. First word in satisfied, you're sitting. You ain't doing nothing. You're sitting down. So what comes across their mind? Well, if it ain't nothing wrong, are these people already in heaven? Or they don't really know what's going on out in the world? Because they can't know this because they're not with us. And the reason why you can't know it, because this is Allah that's doing it, and Allah's thought, mine, is not yours. No way in the world you can look upon this. No way in the world you can look upon the understanding of it. That's out. Because what I'm doing, I'm not doing today for literally Monday. Long before I showed up in the flesh, it's already written what I would do. It just wasn't written how it would be done. Right? So the how has got everybody messed up. Well, if he's going to do so and so and so, he's got to do so and so and so. Not necessarily. I mean, that's the way you would do it for the world that you live in. I'm bringing in another world. I may do some of the things of this world until we break free from the clutches of it. And the only reason why I would do that is because you're part of the world. So when you come, I've got to do some things of this world just so I can get your attention that you can relate to change it. Right? Everything is picking up. It's not about to pick up, it's picking up. It's going to rapidly increase in a very few days. So we must be already solidified in the system of order. The diner, that seems to be a curse. Look like nobody can go in and do it as it should be done. You know why? We're not selling food. Everybody knows about food. What people is missing is being human, being attentive, knowing how to do everything before the person can even ask for it. You know, like before you were born, we put your eyebrows, your eyelashes, your lips, your nose, teeth, tongue, put all that in order before you got here. Only thing it did just kept growing. And then, oh, there you got it too. You see? So it's the same thing with this. We are not selling nothing. And do not be dismayed or uncomfortable because the community is not participating. We're not doing it for the community. It's a blessing to the community. However, it's not done for the community. It's done for you. And those of us that are not yet here, that is contributing, that is donating, that is praying, that is hoping, that is planning to get here. So when they do arrive, we want to have it in such a way where they meet order. Although they are out of order, they come into such precise order that they can't remain out of order. And it won't be offensive. It'll be just what it is. You understand what's being said? So I would like for those of you that are skilled in your profession, the things that you do, and especially if you're with us full time, then the things that we have in motion, I would like for you to step to the forefront. And let's do it. Let's do it. I know when I first came into the knowledge that I really am the supreme being, although I was told, I said, yeah. Because at that time, I was looking for someone that's greater than me. I mean, I felt like, feeling like it wouldn't be no greater. However, I knew it would have to be someone with more knowledge than I. And I knew I was of the makings that all they had to do was give a couple of hints. I got it. But I was looking for that person to give them hints. I knew the minister wasn't doing it. And so after I was told, I said, well, I'll wait. They said, you'll see. And then after all of the writings, you all were going over the post? All of the ones that write on the net concerning me, they always want to make it where it's impossible that it can be me. They speak about the messenger this and the messenger that. The messenger was not, nor did he ever say he was God. Never. And whatever he said, this is what Allah told me or taught me. Master Farah Muhammad never said he was Allah. Never. Not ever. He was styled as the Savior from the messenger. Well, after being taken around the universe, not around Kansas, around the universe. And those of you that has been with me, is no way in the world the things that I share with you could be shared if I were not of supreme knowledge. So it was befitting of the parents, so to say, or the relatives or angels, or as a messenger, or the elders, it was befitting of them to show their love to me. They say, come here, boy. Let me show you what you own. I said, well, show me. And they did just that. And after seeing, and they were so happy in the way that they expressed themselves, that I said to myself, man, I'm going to be a great man just by looking at them. Well, what good is being great if I'm unable to make someone else great? Especially after the messenger suffered 40 years, day by day, to make you know, black man, that you are the original man of the universe and of this planet. You are. So I already had full knowledge and evidence that I got a people that I can make great. Just like me. Does this make sense? Well, I've been doing this now for over 10 years. Not speaking. However, for the first 13, I dealt with my own family. And that don't mean just my biological family that came from me. I got other people that has been adopted by the universe that I am responsible for as if they are or were my biological children or family. And I have not failed in my duty. And those that come directly from me, from the mother in the first set of children, they have no power to ignore this. When the time comes, as the scientists were telling me before it took place, that you're going to have to be separated from them for a while. However, when it gets time for each and every one, they will be there. For now, let them go. Are you listening? Got that, Fatima? I know you do, baby. I always got one with me. And you all are the live, living proof that a system can be set up and maintained for the express purpose of righteousness. The king and I have been talking, and what he has been presenting to me, I've been waiting for. And that is an opportunity for us to develop everything of our needs, such as energy for this school here. And I think just the lighting bill was $2,011 this month, just for the lights. And he said about the heat. It's cooking in here now. You understand what's being said? So all of you all, since you're not working for money, you don't have money, it still got to be paid. So I better be God or somebody. I know when Brother Henry was the secretary, he started getting gray hair like me. Father, where's the money coming from? Oh my God, he got all these bills. Don't worry about it. I'll do the worrying. He's still here. Still here. You understand? So the main thing we have to do now is those of you that are in charge of things, make sure you know and understand what you're in charge of. If you don't, find somebody that does. It don't mean that you are less or more. It means that you're intelligent. Is that clear? So, if you know somebody that can do what you're doing better than you, and it's time for it, they may not have to come and do it. However, if they will come and show you the few keys that you're missing, take it and go. Because it's benefiting the whole. Every minister that called me this morning, all of them are saying, Father, I don't know what's happening, but the spirit of the people are changing. They might not know, but I know. You know, I'm not going to continue punishing myself. You know, just like I changed your pampers for a little while. Then I start spanking you in between changing till you get the message. Hold up. You feel this. Oop, up. Then the first thing comes to mind that spank you. Oh, party. You see, until that happened, you come with, Pam is just loaded. Just come up expected. Change me. And then you look at them, oh, you did party? Okay, come on, let me change you. And they get to thinking that's where it's supposed to be. You see? That's the same thing with us. It has not changed and it won't change for a while. You got it? Now, there are going to be some people that's coming with this that are from the first or from the messenger's teaching. You're going to have to know it. I won't say necessarily know the messenger's teaching. However, you're going to have to know how to explain what is. What the messenger taught was a message, and that's all, just a message. It cannot, no way, shape, or form even be compared with me as far as the end of all. You understand? And the messenger himself made the statement, I'm not teaching Islam. I'm not even scratching the surface. This is just a call to it. Is that right, Brother Secretary? As a man that knows, he is the secretary. Now, we have our first attempt, so to say, from an outside force, trying to penetrate what we are doing to find some wrong. Called a Pitch Weekly. Newspaper. I think the Caucasian came out and interviewed quite a few of you all, and she gave the appearance that she was very pleased. So I was reported to. And then after that, a request came that they do certain things that was not just with the right intentions. Not that they couldn't do it. With us, since we do things that's right, we want to be investigated. Hey, but you're not going to come and tell us that I'm going to investigate you whether you like it or not, and I want to go and find some dirt on you. I mean, that's outright arrogant. It would be much more intelligent if you come and say, look, I want to do an in-depth, thorough investigation on you all. Would you permit that? We say, well, for what purpose? We want to make sure that if you are truly right the way you say it, everybody knows it. And if there's something wrong, maybe we can help you straighten it out. We would say, hey, by all means, go to it. Go to it. But to do it as though, well, I'm going to do it regardless. And what I'm looking for is not right. I'm looking to see if you all are doing some wrong. People do things wrong, they don't want it to be seen. So we have to go find it through tricks and being devious. You don't have to do that here. You don't have to do that here. If we're doing something wrong, I'm the hardest on that. Is that right? Because we can't raise nothing up righteous doing it wrong. So now it looks like we're getting ready to be noticed by the enemy. That's all right. That's all right. Because even the only thing that we object in their probing is their attitude about it. They can go and probe as much as they want, even if they do it with the wrong attitude. If they tell the truth, their findings are going to be positive. You remember, how many of y'all remember Steve Nicely? The one that wrote about us at first, and he was so nasty, and the woman in the filling station jumped up and down and said she didn't want us to even, she didn't even want to be on the property. That's how nasty he was towards black people. He said, no, let him stay there. Let him ask his question, take him around and do what he want to do. Let him probe. Because he didn't have an attitude, he was just asking. The first time he ever wrote anything positive about black people was then. So if any other writings come out on us, it can only be the same way. But we don't have to kiss nobody's ass. For you ought to think that, we're hiding something. Please don't, forget that. We don't do no puckering up. You have to do the puckering. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a dangerous thing. I want you to listen at this. It's a dangerous thing, and make this tape available to everybody, including Pitch Weekly. It's a dangerous thing to challenge me in that manner, if I so take your challenge up. I'm telling you, I don't know how else to tell you other than tell you, and you try me and I show you. Yes, it's written that God didn't come for peace. And I didn't. I came for the peaceful, the 144,000. However, I didn't come for peace. I came for the elect. I came for the remnants. I came for the 144,000 and my wife. You understand? So just because people are ignorant of me, it does not mean that I'm ignorant of them. There's no way in the world anyone can make a change if you don't know how to do it. And you cannot change doing the same thing a different way. That's not change. That's just different. Is that true? He makes all things new. He who? Allah, Royall, Solomon, Joshua, Son of Man, Jesus Christ. That's it. And if you notice, you will not find it no place where it says we make all things new. He, singular. This is because God don't share his power. He shares his knowledge. And whatever power you get from it, you may have. Yes, sir. You all got it? Yes, sir. So if you know anybody from Pitch Weekly, let them know. The only thing that was distasteful to the God himself was their attitude about how they performed their duty towards us. We are doing things, and every one of us that are full-time don't work for no money. So you can't say, well, they are devilish people. Because according to the scriptures, the love of money is the root of all evil. So if you ain't taking no money at all, how can you be in evil? What would be your purpose of doing something wrong? Where's the motivation? You see? It's not there. I have removed it. They say, well, Mr. Solomon or Mr. Jenkins or Mr. Royall, where is the money going? $2,011 in a light bill. They sure ain't going into my pocket. I got to see if I can get something somewhere else. You see, that's just for this building. And for the apartments we got coming online, they want $15,000 just in taxes. And we got another $10,000 in taxes for other property. In the warehouse, we just paid $6,000 some dollars for taxes for that. Plus, you got to eat every day. So where's the money coming from? It's coming to me and I'm using it? Please. My wife asked me this morning, she said, well, why are you up so early? I can't sleep. Is anything wrong? No and yes. Well, what's wrong? I'm working on that. What do you mean by that? I'm working on the nation. I'm not allowed to just see tomorrow. I got to look way up the line. And I got to be working on it right now to make sure it really happens. We got to get out of Kansas. And when we do, we got to have a better place to go. You understand? and everybody's going to be coming from the center of the, coming to the center of the country from the outer parts. You should be able to see that. It's written in the messenger's literature, which I told the messenger would take place, and it most certainly has started. It ain't taken yet, it started. The cold shall roll down from the north, and sometime it's going to get so cold you can't go out, because if you do and you breathe it, your lungs are going to freeze. Yes. So it ain't cold yet. You think it is. You just think it's cold. It ain't cold. Hail's going to come big as ice blocks. Look like boulders. So all these tall buildings they got erected all way up in the sky and whatnot. When the hailstorm finishes or the ice storm finishes that drops from the sky, you won't be able to find the building. This is the supreme being speaking. However, before all of that takes place to that magnitude, everyone that is righteous or want to be righteous, I got to save you. In other words, I have to provide a system and a place for you to be saved. It's up to you if you're going to take it. Sad to say, a good 70% of you all are not going to make it. I'm not talking about you all, I'm talking about our people. Because they think mighty whitey is mighty. Unable to really think. There's a brother that writes on the net by the name of Seven Fam. And those of you that read it, whatnot, this brother is supposed to love the messenger so much. I would want nobody to love me like that. That you're you're frozen in time, unable to move, unable to see. Once given sight, now you're blind. Given your hearing, now you're deaf. Given you a speech, now you're speechless. Pitiful. Everything that he's charging me of, he said, Master Farad Muhammad is supposed to do. I charge him and any one of you all, even the secretary. Tell me the last time you saw and spoke to Master Farad Muhammad. When you can do that, I'll take my shingle down. And most of you all, tell me the last time you spoke with Elijah as Elijah. Now tell me, how many times have you spoken with me? And who has done the greater for you? Master Farad Muhammad? Elijah Muhammad? Or any Muhammad? That's right. And I'm not saying it because I want to be recognized as that. I want you to know without a shadow of a doubt. Let nothing or no one rob you of the reward. It's really called your reward. Because this is being done for you. I could have just did it like the scientist said. Hey, to hell with them, kill them, ALL. All. And no one has come to do anything to help you except me. And I raised Elijah to do it. He didn't raise himself. And after Elijah, no one else came. There's been no one else greater than Elijah until I showed up. Between Elijah and me, no one has been greater. They've had their purpose, but it was not as great as Elijah. Definitely not as great as me. The beginning is never greater than the finished product. As long as it stays in the beginning stage, you have nothing. We got plenty of businesses. Buildings erected in the beginning stage. I got one over on the East Coast, can't live in it, but it's beginning. You see? However, once it reaches its final destination or its full development or close to it, then it is usable. Would you agree? All right, well, every time you can come out to class, come. This is your armor. You know why? Because when you come, you look each other in the face and you see yourself. You see why you should be here. Because if you stay home and don't come, you don't see yourself. And since you don't see yourself, you don't see nothing happening. And nothing from nothing leaves nothing, so you stay home and do nothing. And before you know it, the nothing has got you. You're coming up with all kind of devilish excuses not to ever face your brother to see yourself. This is only a couple hours that you come and speak with each other. It's essential. It's very important. I hope you understand. Don't let nobody take nothing from you. Nobody. You know, the knowledge that I have shared and is sharing, even when I shared it with Maureen and made her the mother of this idea, it has so much power in it that she began to think there was no more need for me. It's like, well, Dad, I got it from here. I'll take it. Really? Didn't I tell you your gun was loaded with blanks? You didn't think I let you play with a real loaded one, did you? Just because it made the noise and everything. It could do no damage. You got it? Let nothing know when my purpose is for you to make it. And after you make it, my purpose is for you to be God. So I can go. Where you can look at me and say, Father, I love you, but we don't need you. Thank you. That's what sons are supposed to do with their fathers. Father says, son, you know, you are in the same size shorts I am. I need my cabinet space. You got to go get your own now. But Dad, I don't want to leave. I understand that, son. A lot of things I don't want to do either. I really don't want you to put you out. Much rather you just leave. You don't understand what's being said? All right, so if there's any questions, mic's ahead. And for those of you that are visitors, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to read your mind. I'm going to leave your privacy to yourself unless you ask me, and I'll do it. Other than that, I'm your father. I'm your friend. I'm your best buddy. I'm the all in all. I'm not here to condemn you because you already condemned when I came. If you don't call being with white folks and under their system being condemned, I don't know what condemn is. You know, if I condemn you, you can work your way out of it. When white folks condemn you, the whole system is set up for condemning black people. You can't get out of it. You might do a little bit better in it, but you can never get out. Never get out. Because you're using their system. So my duty is to bring about the right system that will allow you to break all shackles of slavery, physical and mental and spiritual. Got it? So if we have any questions, I'll take 3 or 4 and I'll dash on home and go over my mind, see if I told you the truth. That's it? No questions? No. Any questions? Who said yes? Oh, yes, sir. Come on. Somebody over there said yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. You have a question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, Father.
Wa alaikum salam.
The question I have, you mentioned when you was here the last time The ringing in your ears.
Yes, sir.
I've been had a lot of ringing in my ears. I just want to know what I should expect.
Well, if it is from us, then you should expect things to start to take place or clarity come. Whatever the ringing was for, you would notice the difference. You know, if it's something that's real great, it may not take place for about a month, 2 months, maybe a year. The subconscious mind picks it up, relates it to the conscious mind after a certain period of time, and you will think you thought of it. That way, you'll be more eager to do it. But if you think somebody told you, you say, well, when I get around to it. But if you think you did, you're going to jump at it. So what you should be expecting, if it is from us and not from your diet, not from the body going through certain changes, then you should expect certain things coming to you that's going to make life easier, or thoughts that come up that you wouldn't normally think. Okay?
Thank you, Father.
Yes, sir.
Alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Can she go first? Can she go first? Yes, ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum, Father.
Walaikum salam.
Father, what are the laws of the universe?
What are the laws?
Yes, sir.
Let me explain it to you this way. Everything that is established in truth in a manner in which it can be independent, it becomes a law. In other words, anything that exists and don't need something else to support it is a law.
Yes, sir.
So for me to go through and explain to you all the laws, we'd be here till this time next year. However, the basis of it, when it can stand alone without being supported, it's a law. Meaning that it is. You understand?
Yes, sir.
That's what laws are.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Father.
Yes, ma'am. And this is why they also say you can't break the law. You can bend it, but you can't break it. You can break a rule, but you can't break the law. They arrest you, even the devil say, well, you broke the law. Well, that's his law. And his law was already broken when he made it, because it wasn't in accord with the real law. Yes, man. Like you can't choke yourself to death. I mean, if you can take your own hands and do it, you can't choke yourself to death. The law won't let you. When you pass out, you release it, and you come wake back up. Am I in heaven? Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I have another question.
Yes, ma'am.
How does one know when they are procrastinating, being patient, procrastinating rather than being patient?
Well, when you're procrastinating, you cannot find nothing that is stopping you from doing what you're procrastinating about. When you're being patient, it's like a child that is learning, or you or everyone else that is learning they're doing wrong. However, you see there is a measure of the development or a measure of perfection out of the wrong. That's being patient for them to reach the fullness of it. However, if you see them doing wrong and they constantly do it all the time and they know they're doing wrong, then that's procrastination. They know they're doing wrong, they won't do right. They keep telling you, well, yeah, I know I'm wrong. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And they never do it. However, if they say, well, look, yes, I'm going to pay you. I know I've been owing you. And every time I get the money to go pay you, damn it, another bill comes up. Would you take $2? They owe you $2-3 million, but then, would you take $2? I mean, that's a showing. You see, so you can say, well, yeah, I'll be patient since you're really showing that you want to settle your debt. That's patience.
Thank you, Father.
Yes, ma'am. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Yes, sir. First of all, I'd like to say that I love you. And then your family here, the brothers and sisters, give me a lot of comfort in my thinking. However, I need a definite with something that bothers me.
Yes, sir.
It's been bothering me for most of my life.
Mm.
And I've went through some experiences early in my life when I was a teenager that caused me to go to prison. and I spent a lot of time in prison, nearly all of my life. And in my thinking, I wanted to do right. However, my emotion was always, getting in trouble. I was very angry, basically because I had a mother that would come on every day crying. How she's a very dark-skinned woman, and how she was, how she was always told she would never be anything. And I heard that all my life, so it made me want to produce a change. However, the motion that I went through to create a change led me to prison. And I felt like, when I went to prison and stuff, and I studied and I did what I thought was right to make the best of the time while I was there. However, when I got out, I really wasn't able to be myself. I had to suppress my thoughts all the time because what I expressed, nobody wanted to hear. It seemed like that I couldn't be myself. And since I've been here, I've been allowed to be myself. However, I still feel guilty, and I still feel as if a lot of times I still have to suppress my thoughts. And I would like for you to give me a definite on what's taking place and what can I do to relieve myself of this burden.
All right, that's a very good question, and I pray all of you all listen. The example I'm going to give is one that is national or spiritual or divine. Regardless to everything that has happened to us from the 400 years that we've been here and beyond, it almost means nothing because we cannot get past the first wrong of being taken from our mother country, our motherland, our homeland, and brought here. Anything that happened after that adds to it. However, we can't deal with that per se until we deal with the first wrong. So it's the same thing with you. If you've done something that you know that is wrong, and you knew it was wrong when you were doing it, however, if you didn't know a better way to do it, then now you've come into the right way of thinking. You still have that point to get past. What you do is, since I am the supreme being, regardless of what you have done, once you came here, or got here, and if you're genuine of being here, it's a sin for you to look back past what you did in the past. Because I'm the one that is wiping everything clean. If I were to hold everyone for what they've done in the past, no one would live like the book reads. There would be no flesh left on the earth. That don't mean just man. That don't mean just man. That means ants, horses, dogs, caterpillars, ants, spiders, snakes, lizards, skunks. No flesh will be left on the planet. However, because I'm here after your nature. I wanted to attract it so you can come and be what you want to be by nature. Anything you did before that, the system will not allow you to be that, and especially if you're a black man and you really want to be God, it's more pronounced with you. Just the very melanin that you have causes you to go into the universe and bring in certain things, and the system say no. Then you say, the hell with you, system. Then it's, oh yeah, really? Put a number on him and give him his cell. I'm here to break that. Forget that. The only time that you would have to pay for that, if you came to this, turn your back on it, and then you pay for everything. With this, once you get here, this is where the buck stops. All the filth is gone. You're not held responsible for that. You're held responsible for that when you're wearing this world's name. That's why you give it up. You take an X, or you're given a righteous or an original name. So don't worry about that. What you do is this. you go for what your heart is really telling you, your nature. It happened because circumstance. Now you have the right to make your own circumstance. And so much so that you can help someone else that is slipping into that same path that you were in. You're home. You know, you may be you're one of the prodigal sons, you're home. And now, you even allowed to do some things that's not exactly right here. It's just that we want to see, were you really meant to do, did you really mean to do that? Or was it a slip? If it was, we can deal with that. That's another way that Satan wants to keep you from being you. Remember what you did? You know, they don't know, but you know. You're not such a good fellow yourself. Forget that. That's Satan talking. God himself. I don't know how to explain it to you where you can really understand it. I really am a lot. I mean, I can't help it. I really am. So I'm here for you. I really am for you. If I were not, I got my own universe. I got it already started. I can leave and go to it. You will never hear from me, never see, ever again. But I'm here. Why are you here, Royall? Allah? Why are you here? I come after the beloved of the original Allah. For I come after the best of his creation. So it can take charge of it once again. So you are a part of that. So anything that you have done during the course of that 400 years, up until I actually come, that's not held against you. When you come to be with me, all that is erased. If you hold on to it, then that's a fault of yours, and I'll be angry because of that. Let it go. Nobody's holding you guilty for it. Nobody. And I don't care what you have done. If you're here, and you mean to be here, for real, forget it. It didn't happen. I'm erasing it. You know, I'm the Jesus that's wiping away, the sins of our people. Elijah paid for it, and I'm wiping it away. What do you mean, Royall? How is that so? We raised up Elijah to share with you a message. And the biggest part of the message is that God is coming. Now, all of the other fluff that went with it was to give proof that God is coming. I'm not going to tell you, black man, how to be God. I'm just going to tell you, you are God. So, I am the apple of Allah's eye. And because I'm that, I am willing to pay the price for the sin that you've committed. Now, when you come with Allah and be with Him, He will show you how never to perform it again. He will show you how to be God and goddesses. You understand? The message will not show you. It's just telling you who you are, who your enemy is, and God is coming. So I've got everything provided for you to be God and teaching you how to be God. And one thing about God, He's never guilty. Never. He does what He wants and wants what He does. Says what He means and mean what He says. That's God. And because everybody don't see it to be right, everybody is not your God. I am. I got some people, really, I got some brothers and I got a few sisters that are stone cold killers. Meaning that they will kill you and think nothing of it. You think white folks do that? Please. We're the God of everything. We're the God of death. You all seem crazy as hell, right? What color was the devil or Satan? Rest my case. You got it?
Yes, sir.
You go ahead and be yourself, brother. You be yourself, because there's too many souls and entities waiting on you. And it's written in the Quran, wait, for we are waiting too. What are you waiting for, scientists? Or whoever's saying that, what you waiting for? I'm waiting for this God to come and raise up the gods so that we can enjoy life. You one of us. So let it go. I'm not holding you guilty. Don't you hold yourself guilty. Just be what you can be. And you'll be surprised how fast you'll move. And don't let Satan come and talk to you. Well, he don't know what you're talking about. When Satan said that, you tell him, no, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay?
Yes, sir.
That's it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is there any other? Oh, yes, sir.
Don't leg, Father.
Walaikum salam.
Thank you. From all of us, right? Father, how, in my participation on the net, I'm always asking Brother Secretary how that sounds. Is that right? I'm always wondering, because it's such a tremendous responsibility of sharing the knowledge to so many. Now, I do get some measure of comfort when someone is coming crazy as hell, and I get them to just shut up. They say, well, maybe I hit something there. However, I just want to feel more comfortable as far as what I'm sharing.
Well, what you have shared on the net is profound. I'm very, very pleased with it. I'd really like to see more of it. One of the main reasons why I stopped writing as much as I were writing, I wanted to see if there was anyone with me that's strong enough to take on the opposition. So I would put something in every once in a while, but I'd lay back. I already know Brother Secretary James, Brother Derek, they write. However, they're so close to me in the way of writing, a lot of times they write a little bit like me. So they're like household names in the devil's world on the cyberspace. However, there should be some more that writes on the net that is with me that they don't know. And Brother Nathaniel, when you see that on the net, you and the hammer, every time you all write up, my ears pick up, whoop, what did they say? Well, to be on it. And for the research that that you go through and express, yeah, I'm with it. They show their ignorance. However, it's a few ignorant people. There's a whole lot of people that is reading that's not ignorant. They're making their plans when they're going to pounce on Kansas. And I got my plans. According to the book, it's supposed to be 12 gates, 12 doors. And I got to keep all 12 of them. So they might pounce in, but, they got to have the password. So, yes, sir, you continue doing what you're doing. You're doing a very, very, very needed and almost perfect service.
Thank you, Father.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And that's usually when things do come out right. When you're not pleased with yourself, that's because you got so much knowledge. When you put something down, you say, man, maybe I should say, it's like going to the closet and you got 50 pair of shoes. Man, which pair should I wear? As opposed to have one pair? Not even no time wasted. Take them boy that slip on, you're gone. You see?
Yes.
However, when you have a lot, it takes time for you to decide which one is best suited for the occasion. And then a lot of times, they're all so good. Now you got to say, how am I going to arrange this with the tie and the hank and the suit, the socks? Which shoes should I, how am I going to answer this post? I got so much to say. So
Yes, sir.
write some, then next time write some more, whatnot. However, all of it's perfect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, all praise to you, Father.
Yes, sir. That's true. Is there anything else? That's it? All right. My will is that everyone understands what's just been shared. And I did not share this with you for you to employ this 2 months from now. I would like very much for that diner to have the feeling and the aura and the workings of a diner. My wife had an idea, and I think it'll work. Since it is for us, the ones that go to the diner and whatnot, all of y'all should go, and it should be in an organized fashion. Stagger it. So many will go certain days, so many other days, whatnot. Do it in a way where you take advantage of what's yours instead of riding by and looking at it. And however, the food has got to be, the service has got to be, I'm serving God. Do you all want me to come in one day and show you how it's done? I mean, I don't mind waiting. All right. I got to ask my wife when I can do it. I'll come in. I'll set that up before I leave. Now, the place don't hold but 3 or 4 people. So I better not tell what day I'm coming. So everybody be standing outside waiting for me to wait on you. However, I will do that. All right? All right. Before I leave, the sister or brother, either one of y'all have anything to ask that you would want to know. I know if I go to a meeting and God was there, and he says, you may ask me whatever you like. If I wasn't the first in the line, I would be in the line. And if he said, I'm leaving, I say, hold on, God. I got something for you. And let him know. Unless you're very frightened, which is not necessary, you're home. You don't see nobody in here, black people, that's because of their choice. Everyone that's not black, that's not here, it's their choice. We don't keep white folks out. We don't keep the brown man out, yellow man, nor red man. They choose not to come. But you all have. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This is an opportunity that billions of people are not afforded at this moment in time. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for letting me ask the question.
Yes, ma'am.
My question is, how can I know without a shadow of a doubt that you are Allah?
Without a shadow of a doubt. That takes time. The first thing that happens is that you have to experience peace of mind. That's number one. If you don't experience no peace, then either I'm wrong or something wrong with you. That's the first thing. It takes more than, because in your mind, what you think, what you have been taught, what God is, you can't really identify it. Because nobody's never identified it. So for somebody to stand up before you and say, well, I'm God, you have no way to prove it. So I have to tell you how to prove it. And the first thing is peace of mind. And that comes from whatever you ask me. Just like, well, how can you prove it? I just gave you the first thing. If what you heard brings peace to your soul, even though you may not know what to do with it at this time, that's the first indication. Then from then on, people that's around, I shouldn't have to say I'm God. Everything I'm doing and those that are with me and how they look, how they respond, what they do, says it. Now, if you're wise enough, how you see me, what you see me wear, how I walk, what my name is, according to what your knowledge is, everything tells it. Everything. My name is Royall, and Royall is not a name. It's an indication of a level. However, that's my name, Royall. So everything, you would have to be taught how to see it for real. However, the first thing has got to be something that touches your nature. And say, well, I don't know if this man is God or not. However, I feel comfortable with what he said. I can understand it. That's number one. Then it goes from there on up until you say, hey, I know it, can prove it. I can prove it to myself. So that's how it works. Anything else?
Well, right now I know when I listen to you speak, it's like I felt, I guess I feel fearful. I don't know if it's fearful. It's just something to make me nervous.
Yes,
I don't know,
ma'am.
you're making me nervous, but what you say sounds good to me.
Yes, ma'am. Well, what is making you nervous is this. What I'm expressing is from a clear, clean, fresh energy. What you're used to is the energy of Satan or the devil. Not by your permission, just as it is. All of us are in hell. I had to come to hell to get you. So you're used to hell. So when I come with this clean energy, and you feel it in your solar plex, the first thing comes up in your mind and whatnot, feels good. However, wait a minute. This is going against every. So it's a battle starts automatically without your permission in you between God and Satan. So you start to feel nervous and a little fear comes up. That's Satan trying to ward off what's coming in. Yeah, for real. It don't mean that you consciously doing it. It automatically happens. It's like, if the preacher come to your house and you sitting there drinking, smoking crack, playing cards, whatnot, and he's a real, a real upstanding, and he come in your home and want to talk to you. The whole time he's there, you're nervous. You don't know if he's going to go tell it, he's going to start preaching to you, or if you're riding in the car, and you ain't right, you got a gun underneath the seat and everything. The police don't know it, but he's riding behind you. You're nervous. He don't even know you got a gun, but you know it. So you're nervous. Because right now is approaching wrong. And wrong wants to make sure right gets out. So nervousness come up. And sometimes it gets so bad that people start, really shaking. They're in the heat of the battle then. So that's what it is. It's not something that you're doing purposely. Because the nature, you have both natures. You have the nature of wrong or negative, and you have the nature of right, which is positive. And whichever one is stimulated in your thinking is the one that is triumph. Now, whichever one that is most prevalent at the time when it's confronted with the other one, you got to fight. There'll be a battle going on inside you. You understand? So that's what it is. It don't mean you're a bad person. So don't let Satan tell you, well, he's saying you're a bad person. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the process for you to start to be right. Everybody goes through that same thing. Except me. Right, when they was telling me, I said, what? Oh, please, Satan, bring him on. I want to see what he can do. He was very, very weak. I said, that's it? I mean, it's over? Man, that was quick. He ain't been back since to me. He come to everybody around me to make sure that they nag me to death. But he don't come right to me. However, the ones that read around me, I've taught them how to start being like me. So now he works on the outside of them. And it keeps spreading. What it says, for surely, Allah, thou art praised and magnified. That's it? Okay. Yes, sir.
Right now, I don't know where to start at, but if I am standing in front of God, I want to say something, if not ask a question. But what does one do when they feel like they got the burden on their shoulders? It's so heavy. What can they do to lift that off?
Well, that's guilt. And that's Satan. In other words, you got to be a really important person to the process of right. So Satan has to make sure that he puts a burden on you that you will agree not to go in the way of right, because you agree that you're so wrong, there's no need for you to even try to do right. But that's just the opposite.
But I want to do right.
Well, you're in the right place. See, the thing of it is, by you wanting to do right, this is, since I am Allah, instead of having it written, because it was written before I got here. Just like it's written in the schematic of your nature to be right. However, you agree to go under the man that's wrong. Sin entered into the world by one man, And he imposed it on everybody. And when you live the life of this man, he breaks the law. And sin is considered when you transgress the law, you have sinned. So you've been living in a system that makes you constantly sin, which they say you're baptized in iniquity. Iniquity means you always caught up in something. You got a snare on you. Or the Allah over the original Allah that created this. I come here to make sure that no more burdens be on your shoulders, on his either. So what happens is, when you start thinking about what you have done or what you think you haven't done, or what you have been responsible for, or maybe you didn't take responsibility of it, maybe somebody in the family got killed. You thought maybe you were the problem of it. Maybe it was a divorce. You think you're the problem of it. And it's not getting better, and they're looking to you. That's another way of Satan on you. I'm here now. And I can bear witness because I'm the author of it, and he has tried me and continues to try me constantly all the time. He don't never win. So I'm here to help you. So if you have a burden, before you go sit back down, I'll take it off you. If you are for real. You don't have to worry about it. I will remove the weight. There is no more weight. As I'm looking at you now, I'm freeing you from it. You have no more weight. I got it. All right? You got something else? You got something else? You got something else?
Not just one thing. We'd be here all day if I don't want to take up the microphones too long.
Well, hey. Is it too long? That's up to you.
Well, I'm new here to this. Well, actually, I'm from St. Louis, and I'm a barber. And I don't really have any family here. I got a daughter and her mother, which I'm trying to get close to. But we're living together. But she wants something different. Not to say that she doesn't want me, but she feels we need to be in a separate place. But I don't have nowhere to go.
Oh, they answer for you. The sister is saying, yes, you got a place to go. Maybe you don't know it. This is where a decision has to be made. And usually, or the law is, the best decision is made when you have more evidence or more facts. The fact is that this is the body of the righteous. The fact is that you are speaking with the supreme being, the supreme being. The fact is that I am for you if you are for yourself to do right. And the fact is, if she feels as though she don't necessarily want you the way that you are, whatnot, this may be a crude saying, however, there's quite a few fish still left in the sea. And a change must be made. Even she's saying it. The key is, the change that is being made is got to be the right one. And usually in this world, the right one is never attractive. It's always like a question, well, if I go do that, usually that's the right one. So what you do, if you're going to be with your wife, or your girlfriend, or the mother of your child for a while you're making your decision, gathering more knowledge and more facts, more information from us, well then stay there until you get the knowledge to the degree where you can explain to her in a divine way where she cannot say she don't understand. And then give her a certain amount of time to digest it. And they say, are you still of the same opinion? And if she says yes, you say, well, where's my hat? I'm gone. Well, you can't leave. You got all these children here. You got that. Well, hey, give them here. I'll take them with me. No, you ain't taking them away. Well, I'm gone. Where those children come from, I got a whole heap more. You God, brother. And don't let nothing, no woman, you don't let no woman, no man, let alone a woman, stop you from being there. You know, they may pose a difficulty, but you look at it and see if it's really difficult. And what makes it difficult, if it conflicts with what you want, Now you have to come up with the evidence to do what you want anyhow and it be justified. Because you're going to have a confliction either way. If you stay with her because that's what you want, she's going to make you miserable. And if you leave and go where you know it's going to satisfy you, but it's not going to do it right away, that conflicts with what you want. So which confliction you going to take? Take the one you can get over. You see? She cannot get over the affliction that she's going to put on you or difficulty unless she come with you here. There is no other answer. There is no one else standing up doing anything for relief of the black man. And you may think, well, you're in it. How many has experienced what he's talking about? No. So you home. How many are glad that you were here? Okay. I believe you all trying to impress me. You're home, brother. You're home. The only thing you got to do now, if you care anything about the sister, is gather the necessary knowledge to be able to explain to her that you are seeking yourself, and yourself is God. She might say, well, are you crazy? You say, well, yeah, I don't mean be God, but I know I'm God. I'm a God. And I got to get on the path of being that. So I'm seeking how to do it, so that's what I'm going to do. No disrespect to you. I'm not going to try to do anything wrong to you. Matter of fact, being God, I'll even be better. You know, I've reached my limit as it is now. So there's got to be another door. And I'm taking it. So I won't leave you until there is a definite understanding between the both of us that you are glad I'm gone and I'm happy I'm leaving. Or I'm glad you went, got the knowledge, so I'm with you. Got it?
Got it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Father. I asked a question concerning my son Nasir's entity to find out if it is that of my brother who passed in 97, and you shared that you need to see him physically. Look at Father.
Let's say it this way. He is too aware to be a new soul. I don't know your brother. However, he is rather advanced to the point of even feeling guilty. Little people don't feel that way that early. So if it is your brother returned, don't worry about it. And big sister now can smack him around.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. In other words, the key is always be right. Always be right. If they grow up still wanting to be wrong, they're going to grow from you. And it's going to come a time where we're not going to have no children where they're going to be wrong. It just is not going to exist. You know, everybody properly matched with each other. When you got right, coupled with right, it can only produce right. You see? And nobody else is going to be sneaking back in the family that was wrong. We have the door locked on that side. All right? Yes, ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum, Father.
Walaikum salam.
Yes, sir, Father. I have a question. It pertains to when I'm in your presence, I'm very, very happy. My entity is joyful. I know my husband asked me, Herschel.
Yes, ma'am.
He asked me, why is it then when Father comes to speak, you don't have any questions? And I thought about it. I was like, that's true. However, I'm not sure why. I know we had an audience with you some time ago, and I had a whole lot of questions, and you answered them. And usually when Herschel, when we're in your presence, Herschel asks questions. I'm like, oh, that's a question I had also. So I shared that with him. So my question is it in error not to have any questions when we're in your presence?
Oh, no, ma'am. There is a reality that's already in us. It's called wordless knowledge. And a lot of time when I come around, you may have a lot of questions before I show up.
Yes, sir.
And then when I show up, it's like everything is answered.
Yes, sir.
Or there's no need to ask anything. Because what you're picking up from me is so in harmony with this wordless knowledge that you're being spoken to without me saying anything.
Yes.
So while I'm in your presence, you don't have anything to ask. You're just soaking up the energy.
Yes,
and when you leave, you say, oh, boy, that was wonderful.
Yes, sir.
So, however, men is a little bit different. You know, they experience that in degrees. However, they're still God. They experience it. They still got a question.
Yes, sir.
So that's the difference between, them and the female. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You came into the clothing store where we were at duty there, and when you came in, I was like, wow, that's Father. I want to go hug Father. I want to go share with Father how much I love him. However, it was like I was frozen in my chair. So the next day, Miss White came in, and I shared Miss White. Oh, Miss White, would you share, Father? Thank you, Father, so much for the opportunity. The art department with us being in the clothing store is very refreshing. I mean, we're getting to experience things that when I was in the world, I thought I would never be able to experience. Right. Not with a whole lot of red tape that I wasn't willing to go through to do that. So now we're getting to experience interior design, and it's unlimited opportunities that you presented to us, right. and I'm enjoying them. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. So from Herschel, myself, and I'm sure it stands true for the family, I'd like to say thank you for the opportunities that you presented with us, and thank you, Father. Yes, ma'am. You're more than welcome. Yes, sir. I must not forget. Thank you, Father, so much for Herschel. He is truly, we truly experience heaven. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Or I experience heaven being with him. Yes, ma'am. All right. Yes, ma'am. That's something I said I wanted to hear for some time, and without me asking, I heard it. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum, Father.
Are you Sister Mary's daughter?
Yes, sir.
Alaikum salam.
Question I have is, my biological father died in December. Well, he didn't pass away. He was murdered. And at the time, I didn't know. And probably about a week later, he had shared me what took place. Before I found out what took place, I woke up one morning. I think my right side of my face was like swollen. My throat was sore. It was like somebody beat me up. And the way he was killed, his throat, he was beaten up, throat slashed, and smothered with a pillow. And I wanted to know why I took on the symptoms that took place on him.
You really want to know?
Yes, sir.
Are you really sure? I don't want to scare you or frighten you. In other words, you asked me to tell you something about yourself. That's what the answer is going to be. So you want that to be known? Or you just want me to answer it?
I would just like to know why I took on it. Oh, yes, sir.
You're very possessive. To the point that everything that you think that you have a right to own or possess, that you have complete authority over it or in it. And whenever anything happens to it, you've already set your soul or your entity in accord with you giving permission for or against it. When it happens out of your control, you take on the symptoms as though you could do something about it when you find that you can't. It comes back on you and punishes you.
Oh.
You see,
Yes, sir.
you're a person that's very closed. You need to be aired out.
Yes, sir.
You're in the right place for it to happen. You have to let it happen.
Yes, sir.
And if you're not going to do it, you're going to find yourself out from this.
Yes, sir.
It's very important. I'm not saying that I didn't say you're a bad person. I'm saying the things that you have practiced up until now, you're in the wrong place for it to continue to happen.
Yes, sir.
Because you won't have no excuse. You won't have no proper reason to maintain that or to continue that. You understand?
Yes, sir.
When we're trying, if you're running water and I want to change the direction of the water, and if I provide a ditch or another path that's deeper than the path that you're on, the water has no choice but to follow that other path. This is where you are.
Yes.
You into knowledge now where there's no end to it. You into freedom where there's no end to it. So selfishness, possessiveness has no place in that kind of situation or scenario.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir. I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I have another question. What is the Stonehenge for?
Stonehenge?
Yes, sir.
What is it for?
Yes, sir.
Just to show the powers of this world, to let them know something very simple. They can't figure it out. So regardless of how primitive, they dig up all the bones and dig up all the little things that look primitive in the past. How did that get there?
Yes, sir.
You see, let them know, you ain't as smart as you think you are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One more question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. I would like to know, I've been dreaming a lot, like, well, not just now, however, dreams that just show me what's going to take place. And then a lot of times that I get like real anxious. It's like I'm ready to go ahead and go forward. Should I just relax and just leave it alone, or?
Yes, ma'am. You spend most of your time on fitting in with the rhythm of what you're in. And all of the things, if you have a dream, if it's true, it'll come true.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
try to make it come true. Don't try to take it on. That's something you got to let go.
Yes, sir.
I'm God, not you.
Yes, sir.
So if I have shared with you some things that may take place, may not take place, it's a blessing for me that you're shared.
Yes, sir.
Now, if Satan shares it with you, he does it in a way it will still keep you locked up,
Yes, sir.
keep you nervous, keep you always looking over your shoulder or whatnot. Forget that.
Yes, sir.
Forget that. If you don't do that, then you're going to make me think that I have been inadequate as far as providing a safe haven for you.
Yes, sir.
And I know that's not true.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir. One more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
When we had talked on the phone previous
Yes, ma'am.
things that took place with me, I wanted to share with you. Thank you. It's freed. I'm like freed from it. What you had shared with me, and I just thought about like the Father is so right. So I just felt freedom, just free,
Yes, ma'am.
free, and I. Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. Remember this. Life is something to be lived. And what makes spice in your life is always the adventure in it. Always something to do that has not been done. Or if it has, hasn't been done the way you're about to do it. It gives you the reason to live, not exist. Yes, ma'am. This is the faithful here. You might not want to stand right in front of the speaker.
Yes, sir, Father. Right now I'm at a a point in my life to where um, it's bringing up like my childhood to where I go through different phases in my life to where I think about my father who passed in '72 to where, I start crying, or I go through things with my mother to where I'm be at a certain point, and then I'll be asking myself, am I feel like I have to do something, but I don't know what it is. So I have different ideas of things I want to do. However, I don't go into motion and do it. However, right now, I've started going to minister's class, and I find myself that I really enjoy the class. Uh, However, it seems like all throughout my life I've been sad, even growing up. However, being in the United Nations of Islam, I see this as it has helped me tremendously. Even though things I've went through with my husband, for me wanting a separation or a divorce, and it was like it was always a battle there. I have always had a battle somewhere in my life. Uh, will you share with me? Am I on the right track, or what's taking place with myself?
You're in the right place, and you're walking beside the right track. You want to get on the track. It's like walking on the road, and beside the road there's a ditch always alongside of it. To make sure that the road stays clear of any liquid, whatnot, it runs off through the ditch. You walk right beside the road. So all you have to do is move over a couple of steps, you'll be on it. However, it's not for you to actually do it while you're married to the husband that you're married to. When he steps all the way on the road, he's naturally going to bring you on too. And he may not know the power of your father that he had. He couldn't wait either. However, you're still an inheritant of that power. So until you can reach in a level or an agreeable experience with that power, you're going to always feel as though something is missing. And you are at the right time in feeling that you're at the beginning again. Because everything is that way. Everything. We're right now at the beginning, like the nation is starting all over again. However, before when we started, we really started from nothing. And we stumbled and fumbled and made our way on up, and we got quite a few things. Now, we can take the things and put it in order and start again. Now we're starting with something that's in accord for us starting, period. You see? So now you can take what we've got, like I said, we put it in order and make it work like a well-oiled machine. So that's where we are. And since you're not that, Brother Leif has the ability to do many things. And because of certain personalism, certain ambitions that he feels as though that is not being expressed here, we haven't grown enough for it to be expressed, and, he plans on coming later. However, every moment that you stay from this, a void is being widened. And when I'm at the starting gate now. I'm revving the engines, whoop, 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 spinning the tires a little bit, getting them all hot. But then when the flag goes, or the light turns to green, pew, gone. You still sitting back, where's Father? You say, see that smoke? Yeah. That's where he was. You see? It's very, very, most of us don't take this as being really real. They see it as another alternative for what they was doing. But this is real. Everything about life, period, is this. And if it's not this, Satan has got you doing it anyhow in the opposite of what it's supposed to be. All the white folks that know us are jumping up and down to be with this. We went to the chiropractor. Are y'all listening? We went to the chiropractor. The man came out here and did the magic show? Well, one of the ones that worked there, his wife and another one came in. When I took my wife to the chiropractor, he called her and said, Miss White, come back here, I want to talk to you. I said, where you carrying my wife? He ain't asked me to come back there, But guess what he said? You know, Miss White come on like smiling and grinning and everything. And man, you must have gave her a couple million. But he said they have decided from what they've seen from you all and what we're doing that once a month that they will accept a bus load of children from 16 on down that they will give chiropractic to for free. You see? They said the reason why is because they want to see a generation of people grow up without the need of that particular service. They want to see them grow up and remain healthy. Why don't they do it to their own people? They said a bus load. You see? So, like I said, everything that we're doing is real. And that we're not doing is because you ain't allowed me to get there yet. You haven't allowed me to get there yet. Something else?
No, sir.
Well, everything is started over. And just take what you have and what you know and make it serve you in a way that it can. Don't rush it and don't procrastinate with it. Just be balanced. And if you're a husband, you know he's a great man. You know he's a great man. You encourage him. That's what you tell him. And show him. So he will start to pick up the mantle and say, well, yes, I know I'm great, and start being great instead of just being your husband, someone that he's used to. He ain't used to you. You think he is. See? You know him. But he ain't showed you the other part of him. I know he ain't showed you because he ain't showed me, and I'm looking at it. You see? And if I'm not mistaken, you all are one of the first ones out here to get things going. You and your mother here?
No, sir.
Where's she at?
So,
What, see? Working. She didn't know I was coming, did she?
no, sir.
See? That's why I wanted to ease in on you. Make sure everybody I'm talking to, I'm supposed to. You know, every 9 years, you go through a difference in your life. It's called a learning period from 1 until 9. You know, sometime when you're born, you start off in 9, boy, you be catching hell. Then you go back to the 1. And if you learn every lesson for each year you in for that year, when you get to the 9th year, everything goes along smooth. Whatever year you missed and didn't learn, when you get to the 9th year, it's like you got to play catch up. And most of you don't know what the hell is happening, so you fail. Turn to drinking, get divorced, go to jail, do all kind of stuff. All because now you got to play catch up. If you went every year and learned what you were supposed to learn, you'd have to go look for it. I'm not talking about you go to college and learn. That's not learning, that's training. I'm talking about learning the things of nature, that's naturality of life. When you learn it, when you get to the 9th year, it might be a little bumpy, but it's pretty smooth. Because you get to employ everything that you've learned during the course of the 9 years. And the 9 is the period. Of all the numbers, period. The 9th letter is period, I. All the other numbers come on up except 1. 1 is period. But it can't prove itself. So it's got to do something to bear witness to its own self. 9 bears witness to its own self. You can't put together no two numbers that's going to add up to be 9, using 9, that it don't come back to be 9. So it's a period. Then it starts over again. 1 or 0, 1 or 1, 0. So that's for real.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Father.
Yes, ma'am. Am I giving too much knowledge? I mean, I want y'all to have a whole lot and go home and forget everything. Say, what did the Father teach on today? Well, he said pretty good things. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Father. My question is, by being one from the first, I have knowledge of many things and I could do many things. However, I have no major skill. So my motion has been, it's either too much or not enough.
What should you do?
what can I do to best serve my emotion?
Be balanced. When I don't know a thing, and I come into your presence and you're in motion, and I see what you're doing, if I want to do it, I will watch you and learn it. I don't care what you call me. Well, man, you can't learn this. You too dumb. Oh, yeah, okay. But I'm still watching you. And before you know, if you turn your back, I'll be doing it. So, I'm not going to try to go too fast, and I'm not going to be no burden on you. I'm going to be right there. When you take a step, I'm taking right beside you. If you say, don't be walking beside me, I say, okay, I'll walk behind you. In other words, you have to learn how to be balanced, not judgmental. Don't say, well, man, I'm 40 or 50 years old, and, I should know this by now. Hey, forget that. Minister Andrew can tell you, when you come to this, you got to come as a baby. Is that right, brother? Got to come as a baby. When I met him, he had a temple going. Had quite a few members. He was doing so good that Louis sent some people over to his temple telling him he better shut it down. Is that right? We sent up another temple over there. They ain't been there. We invite them to come. They just won't come. They won't come. So what you do is be balanced. Don't force nothing one way or the other. Don't be judgmental. If you want to fit in, this is the place to fit in, not to fight against. Fit in. If somebody's doing something, I heard about you in the sewing factory. You say, well, if the master is teaching you, he got to go teach it. And he said, well, he's kind of tying the master up. I said, well, learn under somebody else. They said, well, that's what we're doing. I said, okay. That way he'll learn it. And if you don't force it, they don't feel like, well, why he don't want to teach me? I mean, what's wrong with me? Nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with that thinking. Masters don't like to be tied up because it makes them think they got to go back to kindergarten when they got somebody else, that can do that. A lot of times I'm right home with my children. I have like 10, 11 children in the house with me all the time. I can't get in the door. They'd be all over, oh, daddy, 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 daddy. And they make sure I get a kiss from each one, hug them, whatnot. It takes a half hour. Then when I get ready to leave, I got to schedule that in because another half hour to leave. However, once I'm there, even when they come, the wives have them where they line up. They don't just bombard me. And while I'm there, I handle a lot of business. They know I'm there, but they don't come and bother me. If they come in, they may come in and jump on me and whatnot, and some of them say, Daddy, are you thinking? Yeah, I'm thinking. Okay, Dad, they're gone. What I'm saying is, after a certain level of intelligence that you've got to express, anything less than that ties you up. And it may not be the time where you can be tied up. So the master always makes sure he prepares something to take care of you. Well, it leaves him free to go and do what he got to do. Like you have a marriage. The mother has the child. She's supposed to stay there and rear the child. Leave the father free. Because he's done taught the mother what to teach the child. Right? So it's the same thing. You're in the United Nation of Islam. You won from the first. You want to go to the heaven or city that we have for you. The way that you, until you get there, the way that you will best experience peace and happiness is to be balanced. Don't force nothing. Don't force nothing. That's it.
Thank you, Father.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Father, I've been in the idea approximately 6 years. Before I came, it seemed like I was more open, more able to express myself, more alive, so to say. However, it seemed like it should be the total opposite because I'm in a place for that to happen.
In other words, you were more innocent.
Sir?
You were more innocent when you came. Now the innocence has gone. Go ahead.
I understand that. I know that I don't fully understand that. However, I do understand somewhat. Um,
If you go to court for something that you didn't do, everybody else thinks you did. You are there and you put your faith in the system that will clear you. So you're not very nervous because you know you're innocent. So when all of the evidence is collected and presented, it clears you. It shows that you are innocent. So it's like it never happened. The only thing it did is just took a little bit of your time up. But now, not only you know you're innocent, everybody know you're innocent. That's a good feeling. However, now you go back to court for the same thing, but this time you're guilty. You know, you may not be guilty because you went and did something suddenly. It wore on you. And before you knew it, damn, I'm guilty. I mean, I didn't really mean to do that. However, I did it. A month go by, you did it again. And again. Now you're guilty. Sure enough, it's 3 times you're guilty. So when you come up before the brothers, or you come before me, in your thinking, Satan start telling you, well, you know you can't do so and so and so and so and so, because you're guilty. And you agree with him. Yeah, right, I am guilty. You shouldn't stop there. You see, I'm guilty. But from this day on, I'm going to say it's going to be I was guilty. That means past tense. I was guilty. From this day forward, I'm not guilty no more because I have divorced myself from that. No longer, that's not attractive to me anymore. I will not do that, nor will I be found doing that or even thinking that. So I'm no longer guilty. And I'm in the right place to rectify myself without a fight. I got all the brothers to help me. And the ones that I know that is wrong more than me, I will shun them in that aspect. Or try to get them to do what I'm doing. Let it go. You see, you or nobody else has the right to be with me that long and feel weighted down like that. That's like you've been sponging off the system. It's like you were here, but you're not a part of it. Once you become a part of it, not only are you here, now you are effective. You're justified in breathing. You say, why are you breathing? Because I'm experiencing life and I'm making it where others can experience life. That's why I'm breathing. And I should be breathing. I intend to breathe a long time. Nobody can say nothing. But if you're doing wrong, and you know you're doing wrong, and ones around you know you're doing wrong, and everybody looking to see how long you're going to get away with it, they say, well, why are you breathing? By the grace of God. Because you ain't got nothing to do with it. You see?
Yes, sir.
So, you know, if you feel remorse for what you think you have done or what you know you have done that's in error, that's one thing. I'd much rather you experience the feeling of, I'm not doing it no more. I'm going to do what I know is right. And you have an advantage over a lot of other brothers. Were you Spanish? Mexican?
Yes, sir.
How many Mexicans we got in here? I mean, so you number uno. You get this? I mean, and your dad, your father is a mighty man. He's a mighty man. Y'all watch him go out and, sell dinners and whatnot. And the way he talked to people and everything, he's a walking minister. The man, like this world said, the man is a bad man.
Yes, sir.
And you're named after him, right?
Yes, sir.
So we know you got it. We just want to know when you know you got it. I mean to take the conversation from you. Was there something else?
No, sir. I mean, there's another question, however, that
Go ahead.
is the end to that. Yes, sir, I understand that. Thank you for that. Also, it's been a long period of time where it's like I don't have any more dreams as I used to, and it's been a long period of time where I just didn't have dreams. Period. And I don't know what that's all about. However, will you share some understanding on that?
Yes, sir. When you don't have no dreams nor vision, it's like you don't have no reason for life. It don't mean that you're going to die, but you don't do nothing with the life. You have to be inspired to get up. And when you get up, go into motion because you dreamed. You got a vision. You saw. You have something in the future that man, I want to get to that. Let me go tell this dream. What you think it means, man? Why was it given to me? When you're not going to do nothing, dreams is wasteful. If nothing makes you move and you with me, it's a waste to give you the dream. Because you ain't doing nothing with it. Once you make a motion, once you put your foot forward, then I have got to be with you if it's forward. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So you'll start dreaming. You'll start having vision. You'll start having the spice in life that will make you want to live.
Yes, sir. May I share something?
Yes, sir.
Just recently, I have started dreaming recently again. How, in spurts, I'll say that.
Yes, sir.
Not how it used to be, how it's like coming back. And I also have ideas that are coming to me in a way where I want to make them happen.
You want to make who happy?
I want to make some of the ideas that I've been receiving.
Oh, happen.
Happen, yes,
okay.
Sir. Now, it's like I need assistance with the reaction to that, or I've been getting a lot of scenarios, and I know that it's the reaction, or it's Satan trying to stop that motion. However, I still need assistance with that. Well,
you can get the assistance if you're really going to accept it. Most of the time, if the assistance is being reluctant in giving you, it's because nobody wants to give pearls to swine. They don't want to give their goodies to you, and they know damn well you're going to misuse it. So they say, well, that's a good idea, but him doing it, he ain't doing it right. I'm not going to tell him nothing. Or they get on you, man, why you want to do that? They keep talking down at you. Change your thinking, it'll change just like that. Just like that. When you're real, they see it in your eye. Your whole body speaks because your body now is happy. And they look and say, oh, hey, he means it. Hey, if I were you, man, I would do so and so and so. Hey, go speak to so and so. They can help you. When they see like, well, this is something that you're going to get on your feet to get away from this, and you're going, yeah. Because your body speaks that too. You see?
I didn't quite get that last part.
In other words, your body tells on you. Okay. What you're saying from your mouth, only 35% of the language.
Yes, sir.
Rest of it is your body language.
Yes, sir.
So that's the thing that don't lie.
Yes, sir. I got it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'll take this one unless somebody got something pressing. I know I came out here at 12. I thought maybe, well, I'll say a couple words and be gone. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum, Father.
Walaikum salam.
Yes, sir. Thank you, first of all, for answering my my thoughts in the unseen, at home and at here. Things that you said also kind of like you was talking to me, just like answering me in the unseen. I'm like, man, okay, that's it. Every time I see Brother Jamal, I ask him about my picture. Right?
Yes, sir.
I gave him some pictures to show you, and it's something I
You mean the drawings?
Yes, sir, the
Yes,
drawings.
sir. Yes, sir.
And could you
Elaborate on that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. The drawings are very superb.
Yes, sir.
And if what I was told is the truth, how it was done, then it had to have been a scientist or someone drawing this, and it would eventually get to me. And it's like an encouragement. It's like a deja vu to let me see, and those that are with me, see what could be and what's going to be. What does already exist, but we don't see it. You see? And for someone to, if they did that free-handed, it's almost like this person can draw a circle free-handed perfectly. And that's almost impossible. And what makes it impossible, just before you get the circle drawn, your heart beats. And he won't let it be perfect. Boom. Boom. So, Henry didn't know that, right? You knew that, Henry? Yes, sir. So it is something that is to take place. And it's very, very futuristic at this stage. In my mind, it's almost like in the past, because that's still not as futuristic as I would like for it to be. However, it's a good start. You want them back?
Oh no, sir. I want to hear from you as far as the pictures, because it seems like this is not the only time. Like 75, 96, when Sister Jasmine and them was having a dance class practice. They was running. They was having a race on the side of the university and back, and the plane came like real close, and then I see a ship just. And I'm always saying that I want to know what is it about myself, right, that I'm running into these
phenomenal.
Yes.
You get just in the tail end of it, you always see it in the peep in it.
Sir?
It's always in your vision.
Yes, sir. It's like in '96, I asked for it.
Well, let me explain this. It's quite a few of you all, or it is possible for you to be very instrumental in that kind of activity, and you're already placed here before it is time for you to be active in it. You may be one of the ones that will teach quite a few of us how to do, what to do, when to do it, and where to do it to make sure that we get the best results from that kind of activity. It just has to be brought alive in you. And ever so often, like we did the devil, we send him a minor and a major prophet to warn him and remind him. The same principle takes place in the, more advanced life than what we're living now. So the ships do exist. The other planets have ships. They visit whatnot. However, ours is the greatest. So we have people here from other planets. We have people here from other life forms. We have people here from other knowledge. And they're here for a certain reason, and they will begin to do it at their designated time. Until then, they're like said every once in a while when you get really down and something happens, bam, you back up again. You see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Wow, this is great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Wow. That's all for now. Yes, sir. Thank you, Father.
Yes, sir. You're welcome. Thank you for coming out. Yes, sir. Thank you all for coming.
Father, it's a very beautiful feeling to be here. It's been a while. However, my brother Bruce gave me, shared his idea. Now I want to share. Want to hear your. Can you help me out on this? Now this is the situation. However, I've been out for almost, I guess, a month and some change now from the penitentiary. And what I want to ask is this. Okay. I don't want to really like going out on the street. What I'm talking about is thinking in my sex drive. Okay? Is it all right to ask?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah. The reason I want to ask you this, I don't really want to be going out in the street. You follow what I'm saying? Okay. Now, getting a sister that's not with the idea at this present time, because right now I'm coming into the idea, the new. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
What should I do? I know masturbation is wrong. I mean, what should I do? Because me going out on the street, you follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Out of my own pocket, paying the sister, here you go. There's nothing between us. Boom, bam. Use protection. Okay. Because my brother, I mean, I'm. This is serious,
Yes, sir, I understand. This is something all of us should know.
Right.
Sister Patricia is your mother?
Yes, sir.
Well, she should know the herbs.
She got the herbs and everything.
But
However,
did you take it?
I takes the herbs every day. Allah, Father, I takes the herbs every day. I do all this. However, our son gave me some insight on it. I just, do I get a sister that's not with the idea?
Well, that's permissible if you do the proper investigation.
Yes, sir.
And I don't mean ask her, well, have you been married before? Do it, go check. If you need to go to the city hall and see if there's any, check.
Yes, sir.
Or she, if she asked her, if she, had any type of venereal diseases, has she been checked lately as far as her health or whatnot? Yes, and she said no. You say, well, hey, I'm really seriously thinking about you being with me. And she said, well, okay, I want to be with you too. Well, look, let's go get tested.
Yes, sir.
Take her and have her tested.
Yes, sir. Because I've been tested. I'm fine myself. I'm just saying. I don't want to be stepping out there, huh?
We were talking about her. Right?
Oh yeah, yes, sir.
Yes. So now, as far as masturbation,
yes, sir,
it's not a sin. It just isn't the wisest thing to do. However, in a pinch.
But with that, you're not catching nothing. You're not putting yourself in harm's way.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
You're not putting yourself in harm's way. If you're serious about getting a sister, yes, sir. You go ahead and get the sister. She don't have to be in the idea since you're not all the way in. If you see someone that's in and they like you, why not you come on in and then you deal with the sister?
Yes,
through the channels that's set up. However, we have to look at this transitional period in a realistic way. If you're coming out of the world, coming into this, and you haven't stepped all the way in, nature still hasn't stopped. It's still calling on you to do certain things. That's nature. Now, the way you approach it is according to what kind of knowledge you got. So since you're asking the man that does know, if you have a sister and you want to carry through the necessary check and balance system, do that if she's willing to do it. If she's not willing to do it and you're not all the way in and no sister here is going to accept you until you get in and you can't wait, like I said, masturbation isn't a sin. It just isn't the wisest thing to do. However, it's still supposed to be private. You see? So if that's going to calm you down and everything for a while until you go through what you got to go through, then I'm not holding it against you. You understand? Because if I did, everybody here would be guilty.
Father, I love you. Thank you. I had to come up and ask this. I had to get it from Allah Himself.
Yes.
Thank you. I love you, Father.
Love you too.
And I'm glad to be here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And you all that are visitors, this is home. It don't mean, and brother, when you leave this building, Satan gonna jump on you. I relieve you from the pressure. Don't let him put it back on you. You got the power to do that. This is home. Come until you get to know everybody in the family and everybody gets to know you, and you will know you home. And as far as me being a law sister, don't worry about that. Be concerned about what I'm doing that's good for you. And that will take care of the other part. Okay? Salam alaikum.